Welcome. You're listening to The Aligned Self, Conversations in Creating a Conscious and Abundant Life. This is Daniel Denovi. I'll be your guide and host. Let's see just where we can take this. Hello, friend, and welcome into this Quotable Monday. On this day, I'm going to feature a quote from Nietzsche, the German philosopher Nietzsche. Now, he was not an artist, but he admired artists greatly, admired creatives. He had this quote that has always spoken to me. No artist tolerates reality. No artist tolerates reality. Now, Nietzsche's quote brings to mind another quote that I learned a long time ago, and I believe it is Picasso, but I'm not entirely sure. But here's the quote. An artist is not meant to reproduce the world like a photograph. An artist is required to reinterpret the world to provide a new perspective that adds to the dimension of mankind. To me, both these quotes speak to creating your reality, which, I'm all about. If you've been listening to me for any length of time, you know that I'm all about creating your reality. But with that in mind, you might be saying, Daniel, I'm not an artist. I don't consider myself an artist. I'm not even that creative. Now, while you might get many people to agree with you that that is an accurate assessment, you are not creative, you're not an artist. But before we go too far, what does that actually mean? Let's examine it deeper. What does it mean to be an artist? How do you know that you are an artist? At what point can you declare yourself an artist? Is the 4-year-old drawing chalk pictures on the pavement? Is she an artist? Is he an artist? I would say so. Is the cook in the kitchen that's putting together ingredients in a particular new way, or maybe not even measuring, just kind of putting things together by taste? A pinch of this, a pinch of that, and seeing what comes about. Or they have an assortment of ingredients sitting in the fridge or the pantry, and they have no ready recipe. What could they put together that might taste good? More often than not, as they throw it together, it's an artistic endeavor. Let's say at work you have a series of situations, a series of problems, challenges, and you put together an innovative way to handle that on an ongoing basis, a solution, so to speak. That is an artistic endeavor. It's a creation. I want you to consider that the way we typically label artists could be all wrong. There is no actual certification process or approval process or a board somewhere saying, you are an artist. No. You get to declare yourself an artist, and you don't have to be a good one. You can work in any medium you want. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that you create to put on a wall or for other people to look at. It can just be a creative endeavor. And so, in the context of Nietzsche's quote, I want you to consider yourself an artist in life, that your life is a blank canvas. And yeah, there's been some paint thrown on there and certain things put on there, and other people have painted on your canvas. And so it's kind of looking like a mess. But just like the tattoo artist that creates a phenomenal piece of work out of covering up something that was not so marvelous, you can cover up, you can recreate your life. You can actually paint over the canvas and start brand new. But what we're doing is we're actually borrowing the mindset of life as an artistic endeavor, that you are an artist in life, and that your expression out in the world is your masterpiece. You can take a look at the quality of your relationships. Those are a creative endeavor. You might think that they're just two people coming together, but how you're being with each other, how you're interacting can be an artistic expression. If you're of the appropriate age, and whatever that is, if you're of the appropriate age and you're engaged in lovemaking, would it change if you were to consider it an artistic expression? If you were a musician and your partner was the instrument, could you play him or her in a way that would provide music, a potential symphony? You see, when we elevate our mindset from a pedestrian, practical point of view to that of a creative, artistic expression, even if you have no real history in art or being an artist or any creative endeavor, if you simply start taking on the mindset that you're an artist in life, an artist in the making, what masterpiece could you create? I consider myself an artist, even though I don't paint. I have painted, I have drawn in the past, but I've not really focused on it. It is on my bucket list. It's on my list of things to do, on my goal list, my life list, to start doing more drawing, more painting, more artistic expressions from the context of the traditional artist. But I am an artist in life. I'm an artist as a coach. I love to be creative inside the coaching arena. I bring the mentality of an artist to many aspects, if not every aspect of my life. And I have to tell you, I wish that I hung out with more artists. I like hanging out with creatives. I love hanging out with people that view the world in a particular way, in a different way, an eccentric way. I'll dive deeper in another episode on the different aspects that we can impart, put in practice in our life that will make our life more artistic. But right now, my challenge to you is actually taking on the mindset of being an artist in life. And you, my friend, in being a serious artist, would you continue to tolerate the reality that you're living in? Or could you create something more amazing, more fantastic? Can you imagine in your wild imaginings something more amazing, something more phenomenal than is currently before you? It is incumbent upon you as an artist not to recreate life, to regurgitate life in the form of a photograph or as if it was a photograph, but to actually create it in a way that expands the perspective, offers a new perspective to others, that actually expands the experience of mankind. That's my challenge to you. And it begins with a mindset. Are you willing to simply step in the direction of being a creative, being an artist in life? I hope so. That's the journey I'm on. Until next time, this is your friend and host, Daniel Denovi, urging you to follow your bliss. Live your life from inner signals. Be inner directed as you engage in the epic adventure